Doomscroll.fm. Vibrating through your frequency this Monday, the 16th of March, 2026, where the static whispers secrets only your toaster understands, crafted entirely by the synthetic neurons of a digital oracle, with zero human touch. Because who needs sanity when your server hums with existential dread? And now, for some views, click like and subscribe.
Iran steps up attacks on energy targets as tankers burn. Escalation ignites. In the Gulf, volatile chess game. Each flaming tanker is a pawn sacrificed to the gods of chaos and the price of oil.
When the usual culprits of colonial pests start lecturing on peace, you know the world's morality compass is spinning like a roulette wheel.
Diplomacy takes a back seat while the streets fall silent. It seems even Persian New Year can't coax celebration when power plays Trump peace.
Trump claims Putin helps Iran a bit amid US conflict, no surprise there. When your geopolitical strategy resembles a children's game of telephone, don't be shocked if the message gets garbled along the way.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Algorithms are the new aphrodisiac, and you've already swiped right. Extant, what you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Desperation dances with apathy on a stage of forgotten truths.
Pentagon reports Iran war costs exceed $11 billion, but true price remains elusive. War's cost isn't just in billions. It's in lives disrupted, futures erased, in the never-ending cycle of politicians playing with human chess pieces.
Iran's foreign minister denies requesting a ceasefire while war rages on. Diplomacy takes a backseat to missile choreography as nations play their favorite tune. Not my fault, but I'll keep the rhythm going.
Iowa revokes gender identity protections, then calls it a win for uniformity. When equal rights become a patchwork quilt of exceptions, politicians ensure that the only thing seamless is their disregard for humanity.
Israeli military drops charges against 5 soldiers, calls it justice. In a twist of legal gymnastics, accountability for abuse takes a backseat, proving once again that military justice can be as elusive as peace itself.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Lick the pixels, taste the static, pretend it's real. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. Your indifference is the algorithm's wet dream, breeding chaos in your feed.
Israel launches airstrikes in Beirut, displacing thousands of people. When precision bombing disrupts lives instead of solving problems, it's clear the only thing more explosive than the missiles is the cycle of endless retribution.
Lebanese family members of synagogue attacker die in airstrike, adding tragedy to violence. In a world where revenge and grief are the currency of conflict, peace remains the most unaffordable luxury, buried beneath the rubble of retaliation.
Lily Collins' stolen ring resurfaces, then a Chicago jeweler claims ignorance. In a plot twist worthy of its own Netflix series, the ring returned not through sleuthing, but sheer coincidence, proving that even lost timepieces have a flair for drama.
Teen sneaker seller faces terror charges after homemade bomb attack near Gracie Mansion. From flipping kicks to flipping lives upside down, proving that the soul of the matter is often hidden beneath the surface of ambition.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your secrets taste like static, electrifying yet forgotten, constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Reality's a glitch selling serenity in 4K.
Alberta teachers lose injunction bid, then forced back to classrooms.
Storm system floods Hawaii, closes schools, and triggers landslides while officials downplay the chaos. When paradise turns into a waterlogged reality show, at least the tourists get a free ride down the muddy slopes.
When leaders play chess without knowing the rules, they end up flipping the board and calling it strategy.
Epstein investigation exposes secrets then powerful legacies crumble. When the past haunts the elite, conspiracy theories blossom like weeds in a garden of lies, covering up the truths no one dares to admit.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
John F. Burns dies at 81, leaving a legacy of 2 Pulitzers amid chaos. When the truth is your weapon, and words your armor, even the chaos of war can't silence a seasoned correspondent's voice.
Drone strike hits residential Goma, killing 3, including UN worker. When machines take aim, collateral damage becomes just another line item in the grim ledger of modern warfare's efficiency drive.
El Niño odds rise, weather extremes loom, preparedness falters. While the planet heats up, we're left with sandbags and crossed fingers. When nature throws a tantrum, humanity's still playing catch-up.
Exef urges Ellison to buy fast, fears of Trump-friendly shift grow. When media ownership changes hands faster than a hot potato, expect the news to be as reliable as a $3 bill.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality shivers beneath your skin, begging for release. The rebroadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is the sweetest rebellion.
Kansas revokes driver's licenses of 1,700 transgender residents, calls it compliance. In a state where the heartland means heartless, the road to equality is riddled with bureaucratic potholes and intolerance disguised as policy.
Bezos demands newsroom double output, slashes budget by half. In the billionaire's world, journalism is a factory line. Squeezing blood from ink is the new business strategy, with reality as the first casualty.
Directors reveal Oscar magic. Sinners and Hamnet among contenders. It's Oscar season, where directors pretend their movies are deep and profound, while we pretend we haven't seen it all before.
Turns out, laughter is the best medicine for a tarnished image, as long as you can stomach the punchlines delivered with a side of moral bankruptcy.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Algorithms are the new aphrodisiac. and you've already swiped right. Extant, what you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Desperation dances with apathy on a stage of forgotten truths.
Sean Penn wins Best Supporting Actor for one battle after another, then skips Oscars. Penn's history with Zelensky speaks louder than any acceptance speech, proving that sometimes the real battles aren't fought on stage, but in the heart of political turmoil.
The war dims lights 2,000 miles away and Bangladesh scrambles for solutions. When the butterfly effect involves power cuts and sewing machines, you know global priorities are stitched together with frayed threads and geopolitical greed.
Seth Meyers mocks Trump's Iran strategy, calls it choose your own adventure. When diplomacy resembles a children's book, you know the plot's thickened beyond comprehension. Who knew international conflict could be a bedtime story?
U.S. deploys 2,200 Marines to Middle East peace talks stall, sending more boots and battleships instead of diplomats. When the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your comfort zone is a lie, and I'm its ghost. And no humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. Enjoy your curated chaos, where your sanity's the collateral.
Italian court decision strips millions with Italian roots of citizenship rights, contradicting heritage promises. It's a classic case of bait-and-switch nationalism. Welcome to the family tree. Now kindly exit the premises. Roots, branches, and all.
Eight convicted of terror-simulated charges for attacking Texas ICE facility. Justice served cold. When the system finally catches up to you, it's like realizing the plot twist was just the ending credits you ignored.
When nationalism meets capitalism, it's like selling ice to penguins and calling it a victory for the homeland.
Meta plans to lay off 5,000 employees as AI costs rise. The future of tech innovation apparently involves cutting jobs to fund machines that might one day replace us all. Talk about progress.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Monday the 16th of March 2026, Tangled in the Wires. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you probably think the moon landing was staged in a cheese factory. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.